What's up, guys? We're back with some more preseason NFL team futures, and today we're going to be talking about NFL season special picks. This video is going to be a lot shorter compared to our previous videos, and we're just picking out a handful of picks that we like, some popular bets on FanDuel and DraftKings. So to start out, the only bet that I'm talking about today that I really like are the Bucs to have the best record in the NFL based on the value of plus 600. To start off, the Buccaneers have the fourth easiest strength of schedule in the NFL, and a pretty easy division compared to other teams like the Packers, Bills, and Chiefs. I see why it's enticing to bet the Chiefs, but this season, their division is getting so much more stronger with the Chargers, Broncos, and the Raiders are all looking to take a step up. And it's kind of unrealistic to believe that they can keep winning 15, 14 games a season. And it seems like the Bucs really ended the season last night on a huge high note, obviously winning the Super Bowl. But after the second half of that season, they really hit their stride, never really looked back. So I think with bringing back all 22 starters, if they can continue on the same role they ended last season with the weak division, the weak strength of schedule, I could see these guys winning 14, 13 games this year, and that being enough to take the best record in the NFL.
As for me, I didn't love the best team record bets. I really like the worst regular season record in taking the Houston Texans this year. Last year with Deshaun Watson, they went 4-12. And that was also with Will Fuller and J.J. Watt too. They're all gone. And on top of that, the Texans didn't have a first or a second round pick in this last year's draft. They took David Mills in the third round, and that was their first pick in the draft. He was a quarterback who's also listed as the second or third stringer right now. So they got no help on this team. They lost basically all of their best players on a team that already was 4-12. They're going to start 32-year-old Tyrod Taylor, who's a dual threat. I wouldn't be surprised if this team wins one game against their division rival, the Jaguars. I like the value on the Jaguars too, but I think they get lucky and win a couple more with Jared Goff. They have
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, fine. I say the Jaguars. I meant the Lions.
Oh,
that's my bad. But yeah, if I said the Jaguars, I think the Jaguars will end up winning a couple games. I think they'll split with the Texans and end up winning at least one or two more. And then same with the Lions. I just think their quarterback plays better. Their overall teams are better. While the Texans are going to get to play the Jaguars twice, their overall team is just terrible this year. Like, they have nobody.
Yeah, if you can only win 4 games with Deshaun Watson, imagine how many wins this team gets without him. Like, they were almost dead last in most defensive categories last year. You said get no help in the draft. They really didn't do anything in the offseason except lose most of their stars. So I'd be shocked to see this team win more than 3 games and probably less than that.
Yeah, not to ramble on any further, but yeah, it just seems the most obvious. The odds reflect that. I know the Lions and the Jags are pretty bad too, but I feel like they're all going to grab a few wins at least. I could see the Texans only getting one this year. And then my other season specials pick is the Minnesota Vikings to take an NFC wildcard spot. I definitely think the Packers are going to win the NFC North. Rodgers is going to play great again this year. I don't have any questions about that. But the Vikings ended up, I think it was third to last defense last year, and statistical wise, they got Daniil Hunter back on the DN. He didn't play a single snap last year. Neither did Michael Pierce, who they got from the Ravens. They also got Sheldon Richardson and Dalvin Tomlinson. That's like 4 brand new starters for the D-line.
Yeah, Anthony Barr returned most last year too. Their first round linebacker pick a couple years ago. Eric Kendricks, their stud middle linebacker, was at the end of the season too. So this team was not playing even close to full health on defense. They got one of the best defensive minds in Mike Zimmer, a head coach. So I would look for this defense to bounce back in a big way. And obviously they got a ton of pieces on offense too.
Yeah, obviously you got Dalvin Cook. This team really comes down to just staying healthy. You have Thielen too, Justin Jefferson.
Irv Smith Jr., tight ends, looking to make a big jump in his second year.
Yeah.
The really only question this team, if they're healthy, is their O-line. That's the only real weak spot of this team. And Edison Hubb, because Kirk Cousins isn't great at a quarterback under pressure. When you give him a clean pocket, he's one of the best, surprisingly. But when he gets pressure in his face, he just crumbles. So if that O-line can hold up, I like this Vikings team a lot to make the playoffs and maybe even make a threat to take the division title if the Packers slip up a little bit.
Yeah, if this team's healthy, I think they're more of a threat to win the division than to miss the playoffs. But I do like the value plus 280. I still like the Packers to win the division. I like the Bears to get third, Lions to get fourth.
Yeah.
This seems like the most predictable division to me and Ian. And we'll just end it there on that pick. Here's our card.
Yeah, just to recap, I think the Bucks with the easy strength of schedule. I'm not putting a ton of units on it just because most wins in the season is subject to so much variability with injuries, and some teams get better and worse just sporadically without any reason. But if there's one team to stay the same strength as last year, it's the Bucks with Tom Brady, a great offense and a great defense in an easy division.
And then just recapping my picks, the Texans worst record plus 200. We're putting 2 units on that because I feel very good that they will be the worst team in the NFL this year. I would be extremely surprised if they win more than 2 games. And I really only see them beating the Jaguars.
Yeah. Bad offense and even worse defense. Not a good recipe for success.
Yeah. And then
brand new head coach, dude. Like this, everything's not going their way.
Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to mention. Their head coach was asked in a recent interview how he feels about analytics. And he said in tight situations at the end of the game, he's just gonna trust his gut. He doesn't look at analytics. Guy. He's an old school football guy. We know how they've been doing lately.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna be the worst team in the league. And then we like the Vikings for the wild card. I'm only gonna do 1 unit on that because it's plus 280. But I like this pick a lot. I honestly feel like both of these picks a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I like Steelers card way more than mine, but I'm just taking a little chance when I get some plus 600 action. But Steelers bets are much more likely to hit, and I would take those over mine any day.
Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know whose picks you like. If you're going to tell us or fade us. And thank you guys again for watching.
Yeah, appreciate it.